Welcome to Asbury United Methodist Church. My name is Peter, and today's godly play lesson is the Holy Bible. Now, before we begin our lesson, let's begin with a prayer. So let's close our eyes and bow our heads. Good and gracious God, we thank you for the gift of this day. We thank you for the Bible and all the stories it tells us. Stories of your love, stories of hope, stories of encouragement. Be with us and guide us and open our ears so that we may hear your stories time and time again. Amen. This is the Holy Bible. We have many different Bibles down here. Here is one Bible. This is a very fancy Bible. It has fancy pictures inside, very thin pages, gold leaf edge. Some people might call that a coffee table Bible. This is a study Bible, one to help study and learn about the scriptures. One that you don't really worry about messing up, underlining, and so forth. Here's a Bible. This is a Swedish Bible. This is my grandmother's, and that was given to her in February of 1904 on her Confirmation Sunday. Here is my Bible that I received from my church when I was in the 3rd grade. But I'm not going to tell you what year that was. This is yellow with age. And then here's the Spark Bible. Doesn't have every little detail in like those Bibles, but this Bible has all the stories. Stories that we like to hear and listen to time and time again. So Bibles come many different ways, many different languages, but they all hold the same stories. They all hold the same information, the same truths. But the Bible wasn't always a book. A long time ago, the stories were told around campfires in the desert, and later in people's homes. Then the stories were written down on pieces of leather, and then eventually on paper. Finally, the printing press was invented, and the Bible became a book. Today, you can even have the Bible on your computer or a phone app. Many different ways to have the Bible. We can open the front door and we can open the back door. But in this room, we like to open both doors and let all the stories come out. They are all over our room. We still tell them in a circle, like around a campfire. Sometimes parts of the Bible are in a video or a movie. But here, in Sunday school, we still like to tell them the old ways by speaking and listening. And the Bible is for you. You can look at it when you are here. When we share a story from it, we'll open it up to where the story comes from in the Bible. And after you hear the story, you might want to read the story yourself or have someone read it to you. Or you can make a special bookmark. And that bookmark can be the Bible story that you read, and then you can place it in the Bible where that story takes place. Now, the Holy Bible isn't really just one book. It is a whole library of books put together. So let's put these aside. There. And let's name the books in the library. And here's the library with all the books of the Bible that you would find in each of those. These are the books in the Old Testament, and the Old Testament are the stories that happened before Jesus was born. Sometimes you'll hear people call them the Hebrew Scriptures, and these books are read by both Christian and Jews. And as I take the Old Testament books out and I say their name, you can repeat them after me. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, the Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. Those are the books of the Old Testament. Now, let's look at the books of the New Testament. In the New Testament are the stories of Jesus and what happened after Jesus died and rose again. These books are only read by Christians. They are Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, the Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, let's put them down here, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, and finally, the book of Revelation. Those are the New Testament books. Now, let's give them a count. For the Old Testament, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. There are 39 books in the Old Testament. Now let's see how many books are in the New Testament. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. The Old Testament is much longer than the New Testament. And if you notice, we have different colors here because the colors represent different types of writing. So, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, those are the law of the Jewish people, how to live your life. The next set, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, Samuel, 1st, Samuel, 2nd, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther. That is the history of the Jewish people. There are 12 books. The next books are Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon. There are 5 of those, and those are the poetry books. The next group, which seems large, are Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. All those, and there are 17, those are the prophets. And a prophet is someone sent from God to the people so that they would turn away from the evil, from the bad things they do, and return to God. That is the Old Testament. Now the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Those four are the Gospels, and the Gospels tell the story of Jesus Christ. Next we have the Acts. The Acts is one book, and that is the history of the early church. Following Acts we have Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, and Jude. These are the letters to the early church. As each church was beginning to grow, there were questions, conflicts, and the letters were written to help them figure out their way. And then the last book of the Bible, the book of Revelation. And here are the New Testament books. And the top two shelves are the Old Testament books. Now, what would happen if in the classroom this got knocked over and the books were scattered all over the place? How would we remember how to put them back together? Well, next to the bookshelf is a wonderful little cheat sheet chart. And it has the order of all the books. And also down here, the books of the law, the books of history, the books of poetry, the prophets, the Gospels, early history, the letters, and the book of Revelation. Or you might take a book out and not remember exactly where it goes back. We can always look on here. Now, I have an idea. Let's figure out what the books are about. Because you might want to read one sometime, so we need to know where they are and what they are about. And to help us, we have this box. And this box has all the books of the Bible in the order on our sheet paper. So let's take a look here. Here is Genesis. And it says, Genesis means beginning, and it is the first book in the Bible. It is where we find the stories of creation, the Garden of Eden, the fall, Noah and the flood, the Tower of Babel, and the stories of the patriarchs and matriarchs, the mothers and fathers who guided the families of the people of God during those early days. The most important stories are about Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Rachel, and Joseph. In this book, God promises Abraham as many descendants as the stars in the sky and the grains of sand in the desert. And God says, I will bless you and make your name great so that you will be a blessing. So, that is what Genesis is about. And there's one card for each of the books of the Bible. Now, it's also fun to realize how all the materials in the room relate to the different books of the Bible. And like we said, we have Genesis, and some of the stories that we will be hearing in the following weeks is the creation story, the flood in the ark, and the great family, which also comes from Genesis. Those first three stories will be our Sunday school lessons in the next few weeks. You know, some people even memorize the names of the books of the Bible. The names are fun to say, and knowing the order of the names helps you find things in the Bible faster, because you know your way around the Bible. You can memorize the books in small bits while you're learning about them. And this is how it works. The first part, the law, is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. There are only 5 books. And therefore, you practice every day Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Within a week, you will have those 5 down and memorized. And remember, these are the books of the law. And then in other weeks, you can break down the larger ones and maybe do 5 more, 6 more. 5 more or 6 more. And lo and behold, before you know it, you can say all the books of the Bible in order. Now I wonder, if there is something we need that has not yet been written. The books of the Bible. Are we missing some? Is there something else that we should add? I wonder which kinds of books you like best. The Gospels, the poetry, the prophets, the history. I wonder which kinds of the books are special for you. I wonder if we can leave out any section or any books and still have everything that we need. Remember, the Bible may look different, might be in a different language, but they all tell the same stories. The stories of God's greatness, the stories of God's love for his people, the stories of God helping his children to travel through this world. And may our ears hear these stories and hear them again and again. And each time we hear them, may they ring new to us. And may they enlighten us in a new way so that we learn more of God's great love for us. And until we meet again, may the peace of God be with you now and always.